Hello and welcome to episode 2 of Let's Play Casper with me, Hazzd. Last time we completed the whole of Act 1, getting presents for both Dr. Harvey and Kat. This time we're going to start up Act 2, so let's begin with this iron key, if I can get on the bed, and this, which is an item. And if we pick it up, it is...
It's a camera with a flash. It belongs to Dr. Harvey, but I don't think he'll mind if I borrow it for a while.
Okay, so it's a camera with a flash, it's an item, so it appears in our inventory. Here, if we select it and press circle, it makes a flash, as it said. All items, when you pick them up and they appear in your inventory, normally they'll do something. When at the correct time you press C, they'll do something. So, here's another one, if we float up to it. It is...
This perfume smells great. It's Kat's, but I need it. I'm sure she wouldn't mind me borrowing it.
By borrow you mean steal. Okay, so we've just borrowed a camera and some perfume. I'm sure they won't mind, since we've just borrowed them, and we're never going to return them. Okay, so coming out here, we want smoke form, we want to go through this vent. Coming through here, we found some milk, which hasn't gone off, just sitting there on the floor in a bucket. For some reason, that's how they store their milk in this game, in a bucket. Not in like a bottle. Just open air bucket. Coming up these stairs we've got this iron key. Is it worth 2 loading screens? I don't know. Can never have too many iron keys. Anyway, that's all there is in here, so let's head back out through this vent. And oh, we've come out somewhere new. Sometimes when you go through these vents, you end up coming out in new places instead of where you began. So it's always worthwhile just checking the vents, seeing where they go. That lever, it's opened a door somewhere, which we're going to have to find eventually. So, but first we've got other things to do. Other more important things to do. So we'll go do them and then we'll go find out what that opens. So first we want to go all the way to the left. This room. And as you can see, there's an arrow there, pointing towards what we've got to do. So, in there's an event which we have to go and do, so to progress the story. So, let's get in there and see what it is.
I want my dinner, Casper! Feed me!
Okay, it's his Uncle Fatso, and he wants dinner. So, we'll go investigate. And as you can see, he's going to follow you around. He's an enemy in the game and he will hurt you if he catches you, so this is basically the boss fights of the games. You've got to figure out what you've got to do to stop them. And coming in here, we found just what we need. These hamburgers. He said he wants to be fed, so we can give him these hamburgers because they appear in our inventory as items. And you can put them down with circle on the floor like that. So, there we go, that's that problem solved. But first, wooden bucket. It's an item we're going to use later. Hasn't got any use at the moment, but we'll find one later. So, but first let's go out here and take care of him. And here he comes, so if you just get him to follow you and press circle, drop the ham. Oh, where are you going? You can pick them up again if they weren't handled properly. Pick it up and eat it. And you've got to do that with all 4 of them. Oh. No, drop it. Nom nom nom. That. And then once he's eaten all 4 of them, he'll put on his nightcap and go to sleep.
I found one of the missing Lazarus parts.
Okay, and as I said earlier, our goal in Act 2 is to get the missing Lazarus parts. So by beating his uncles in whatever way you have to beat them, you get Lazarus parts. So that's 1. And to be honest, his uncle did a really bad job of protecting that. He just sort of ate things and then buggered off. Good job. But anyway, coming in here and going through this vent, get a green key. Green keys are different from just iron and brass keys since they open green doors, which can only be opened with green keys. I know, logic. It's the only place it exists. Anyway, this cupboards can be opened with brass keys. This one gives you a brass key, so, you know, you don't lose anything just by opening it, but you don't gain anything. Anyway, in here, we've got this green door. So if we open the green door and go in... Hang on, loading screen. In here, we've got suit of armour over that vent, and an iron door, so we're going to have to open that. Chest, run away. Brass key, get a puzzle piece. I think that is the last piece of that puzzle, so now we've just got to find the picture frame and we've got ourselves a new ability. And in that one, bag of gold, not really worth the brass key since gold really doesn't do anything, but it's another scoring system like your health, so you know, not really worth it. Anyway, this just opened with that switch. We've got a brass key, a banana, and another switch, which opens that gate. Again, with switches doing things which only one switch could do. Yeah, if that made any sense to anyone. Anyway, picture frame, put these in there. Last piece. There we go, we get a new ability. It is the bouncing ball morph form. Basically, what the bouncing ball morph form does, it transforms you into a ball, and then you can bounce higher by pressing and holding down R1. So let's transform into it. A little bit of loading. Here we go, bouncing ball. And as you can see down the bottom there, it drains away your health slowly as you use it. I think it's more energy, sort of, that's why it's food, I'm not quite sure. But anyway, it drains it away when you're in the form, so you want to use it as little and as sparingly as you possibly can. And as you saw, I bounced through the wall with the square in it, so that's its use. You just bounce through the walls and you can move on to new areas. But anyway, this thing, let's have a read of it.
Sometimes the only way to get any further is to get a little pushy.
Okay, that guy sounded really sinister and evil. But he's also the guy who voiced Dr. Harvey in this one. He's not actually voiced by his original voice actor in this game, but you know, obviously, since he's a person with things to do, so he couldn't redo this game. But anyway, this puzzle, since he said get a little pushy, you see this barrel when they're on their sides, you can push them with X in the horizontal direction. So if you push it over that pressure plate thing, it will unlock this picture, which unlocks a switch, which unlocks the door. Again with pointless switches. Anyway, vent. Let's go through. Chest, red key. Red key opens a red door, same way a green key opens a green door. Pretty simple. Nothing in this room as of now, since we can't go through there. So let's head this way. Iron key, push the button, gives us that switch, so we're going to have to go back there at some point. Fish tuna sandwiches. Let's go in the bathroom. Brass key, and bathrooms are actually quite useful since you can go up to the sink, press circle, and fill up your buckets. So, yep, that's the way you fill up buckets, and you can use the water now on certain things, and I'm going to show you what those are in a little bit. But first, this chest, it's got a purple key in, same as the red and green, purple door, simple. Suit of armour, no cobwebs, so brass key, open this chest, get an iron key, open this door, lose the iron key you just got, lose the brass key for an iron weight. Is it worth it? I don't know. But whatever. Let's move on. Another green door. Can't do anything about that now, so we'll come back to it. With the chair, with X, chairs can be pulled up and down in whatever direction you want to, apart from diagonal, so they're quite useful for pressure pad puzzles. But anyway, right. Bucket of water. You can use the bucket of water on fireplaces when they're lit, so just go up to it and press circle with the bucket of water and put it out, and then you can go through it. But be careful when you go to put it out, since you can actually burn yourself, even though you're a ghost. You burn yourself on fire. Anyway, this room. Hello, sandwich. Apparently, according to them, we are a sandwich. I'm not. You might be. So, if you're a sandwich, hello! I'm not a sandwich, so I don't think that applies to me. Oh well. Anyway, coming back through, we are slightly trapped, but anyway. Before going back down there, I would suggest going back and getting another bucket of water, since you're going to need one pretty soon. So I'm just going to do that off camera, and then we'll start up again once I'm back. And I'm back. Right, got a bucket of water. We're going to need that in a little bit for another fireplace, so it's always good to have a bucket of water on you, so just get them whenever you see a tap and you've got an empty bucket. But anyway, switch. Hasn't done anything, so it's obviously going to do something eventually. Ball form. There Again, hold down R1 to bounce through the squares, and then transform back with circle. I wonder if it hurts bouncing on his head like that in the ball form. Do you think he gets a concussion? Actually, for a matter of, you know, considering, I'd think he would just go through the floor. He's a ghost, isn't he? Anyway, whatever. How does he bounce? Who knows? Anyway, red key, red door, open with circle. Oversimplifies conversation there. Anyway, silver armor, brass key, replace the one you just used. Just go smoke form, just because I like being in smoke form. Switch over here, let's pull it. And that's just lock that door, open this door. So, puzzle piece, let's grab that. And now we've got 2 pieces. So, we can go find the rest of that in a bit. But first, let's see what this says.
Every switch in the manor has a function. Figure out which switch does what, and you'll get far.
Again, he sounds really evil. Like it's like, yes, do it, it's my plan. My plan, you'll fall in a pit of lava if you do. Oh, come on, chair. If the chairs aren't perfectly lined up, you can't get them through doors for some silly reason. The only time physics apply, it's to that. Anyway, that's just let us out, so if we go in here, broccoli, keys. Always good to have some keys. Anyway, can't do anything in here for a little while, so we'll come back to this later. Let's go through here. Back out here. Right. So, this area is pretty much done for now, until we get a new ability in a little bit. So we'll come back then and complete more stuff, but for now we're going to go and find the rest of that puzzle so that we can complete that area. So we're going to head out this way, up the right lower passageway, and head towards the gardens. But before we go there, we want to head up this way, through here, and earlier on, right at the beginning of the episode, we opened this door with that lever. So let's open that door with that lever, and open that. Fool's gold, not really worth it for a brass key. Oh well. Another door. And 4-switch puzzle. This puzzle, it's completely by random choice. You're going to have to try and figure it out just by doing it several times. I think I know the solution. It's this, I think. I might be wrong. There we go. For a second there I thought I was going to be wrong. I look like a complete moron. Like, oh, well done. Yep, you definitely know it. Well done. And I'm like, yes, I was right. For once, I was right. Anyway, heading out towards the gardens. Go. Ooh, it's a long and lots of backtracking. We go in the gardens, right. And now we're in the gardens, we want to head all the way to the right lower corner. And you will find a loading screen that would lead to